Well, this video goes out to you, Lone Ranger. Everybody should like and subscribe to this guy's channel. He's got some very, very good points, by the way. He's messaged me a couple times over the course. Lone Ranger, this video response, and by the way, you consider this a compliment, sucker, because I don't do these video responses that often. I try to spend my time online. Really, I'm busy doing film projects, PR work, things of this nature. But Ranger, you make a very, 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 very awesome kind of point, but at the same time, let me explain the true facts to you. Since the Reagan administration, ion scanners have been in use. I am just going to tell you, at Toronto International Airport here in Canada, people don't know this, but they actually have photo technology that can pick up facial distress. They have camera technology that can do the same. They have ion scanners that can, and by the way, a lot of people would like to think that these so-called scanning technologies and everything are so evidently new. They're not. They've been really on the production market since the very early 90s, as early as 1990 itself. Here's the deal, Ranger, and I'm going to come across, I have to make you understand, okay, so that you are completely on board with the choo-choo, and you understand the absolute urgency here in what President Trump is speaking of. We could Nancy Pelosi, by the way, and this is a direct, everyone needs to know that, for the record, Nancy Pelosi would not be in office if it was not for Donald Trump. A lot of people would be like, oh, you're talking out your ass. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Believe me when I say this. Believe me. Believe, Great American? Listen to the song The Great American, okay? Listen to that song. Donald Trump is possibly one of the last greatest presidents that may ever sit in the Oval Office. And I'll tell you why. Because he believes in above all else, not just the people of the United States, but like Stephen Harper, one of our former prime ministers. Donald Trump believes in one thing: production. Okay? Production. We're not talking about garbage men here, although they do their share too. We're talking about iron workers, angle workers. Anglers are the ones that actually work. Really, angle ironers, they're the ones that work way up there. I know a little something about that, okay? I don't want to get into who I am, what I really do. Lone Ranger, if you and I become quite friendly over the course. And by the way, there's enough videos that you can comb through, Lone Ranger, to see that I know exactly what I'm speaking of. But getting to the point again, and I want to make this absolutely clear. These technologies, no matter how far advanced they have come, are what they call insufficient. Okay? They're insufficient. Because there are so many ways to get around the eye in the sky. Lone Ranger, I have a question for you. This is a cell phone. It has a camera. Right? Power's even on, right? Now, what happens the moment we take the battery out, right? Take the battery out, you take the SIM chip out, throw it away. What is it? A piece of fucking plastic. An expensive piece of plastic, that shit phone as it is. Do you get my drift? A physical barrier, Lone Ranger, will in fact, like I believe the legalization, if you watch my video, it's called My Political Stance Against the Current State, both in Canada and the US. There is a huge problem in our world with the way narcotics are dealt with. I'm sorry, it's an individual, it's like smoking, it's like jumping, like I've said, jumping out of a fucking aeroplane. Do you know how many people go to jail in your country every year just for the possession of a little piece of fucking glass that you can buy at a store? They get 90 days for a fucking piece of fucking glass. You fucking does nobody understand that? How fucking insane that is. How fucking, but yet, Lone Ranger, this is my shout out to you. I really do appreciate your comment. It was very well thought out. Not a lot of people, Lone Ranger, by the way, I can say that. I get a lot, if you go through some of my past comments, Lone Ranger, oh my God, you'd see some of the very funny retardation that I have to put, right? Some of the comments that I've gotten are just out of the, seem to get a lot of haters out there, right? And it's, you have to understand a physical barrier, dude. You know? Like, you know what I mean? Believe it or not, they've caught guys going across the border with 8 tons of illegal narcotics, whether it be marijuana or otherwise, doesn't fucking matter. But it's still, and by the way, like, again, not that I have a problem with narcotics, but what I'm trying to get across to you, Lone Ranger, is this is money that's going to be taken out of your economy and flooded back to illegal criminal organizations that are responsible for disrupting our very world as we see it. Do I think people should be able to grow weed in their backyard and give it out to their buddies if they come over? Yeah, sure, maybe I might agree with that. I do not fucking agree with the usage of children and the narco. This is the one problem I have with all of the cartels, especially that of Loseta. Especially that of Loseta. They use young children as their little fucking pawns, eh? Well, I mean, yeah. You bunch of fucking pigs. You're a bunch of pigs, and be careful, Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that, Lone Ranger. I hope to hear back from you down the road. Please like and subscribe. I'm hard at work, by the way, on my third part series entitled Hillary Clinton's Dark Paradise. Part 1 and 2 are already up there for you to enjoy. I salute you, sir. Call me Tonto.